Hello everyone, just Goran here and welcome back to another Planet Zoo real life inspiration video. Today we are looking at the red fox, as you can see over here. Although I have not seen that many red foxes, I have seen quite a few silver foxes, like the one over here, which is basically a color variant of the red fox, which is exactly what they are in Planet Zoo as well. So you can even get these in the game also, so really cool and really beautiful animal as well. So let's get started with two actual red fox habitats, and after that we'll move on to some silver foxes. So first of all, Anholter Schweiz. This is a Wildpark type of area in Germany, which actually this little hut we're going into right now is something that they have for a bunch of their animals and enclosures. They've got a couple of more nocturnal species, which can be viewed in these little almost night houses, I guess, including a fox over there in the corner, which was pretty cool to see right there. It was really dark, so you couldn't really see any color or anything like that, but still really awesome. And as you move outside, you get to see their outdoor enclosure over here, which is just a decent sized yard with a nice little moat in front, allowing you some kind of unobstructed view into the enclosure over here, thanks to this lower fence. And yeah, they've got a couple of plants. You have got some logs that they can hide in. You can see the fence is protected with some hot wire all the way around. Yeah, over here we can see the fox that was also at the start of the video. That was kind of hiding in that set of logs over there. But yeah, that's all for Anholter Schweiz. You just have a simple door into the enclosure. They don't really seem to take many extra precautions there. But next up we have Wildpark Grafenberger Wald, which is another wild park in Germany. What do you know? Yeah, there aren't that many places, zoos I should say, that keep red foxes, but they are super common in these German wild parks. If you look on Zootierliste, there's just a whole bunch of them in these kind of places, which I have not really visited that many of, so that's why I don't have many actual red foxes to show. But we can see this is a little predator area within the wild park, and they've got a bunch of smaller predators in this one area. In the middle there's all the indoor viewing, and as you go around, like over here, you get to the outdoor enclosure. So this is the outdoor enclosure for the fox, and I was looking for them for a long time because I really wanted more fox footage to show you. And yeah, eventually I found them. Didn't get much great footage because this is just where they were at all the time, and just to give you some perspective, this is how well hidden they were. Nobody saw them. I had to point it out to so many people. If you're wondering why was it so hard to find them, well, over here you can see there's a tunnel going under the pathway into another yard over here, which is just absolutely massive. They've got so much space over here and so many bushes and stuff that they could have potentially hidden in. I just figured they're probably in a bush somewhere and I'll never get to see them. So that's why I kind of gave up looking for them in the first place. Yeah, over here you can see they do have a slightly more protective door over here with a double door system, so that the foxes can't really run out the moment you open the door. And yeah, there's another viewing point over here. I absolutely love that log over there. It's kind of spiraling in on itself. Yeah, super cool, lovely enclosure. And next up we've got a bunch of silver foxes to look at. Over here we have Faunapark Flakkee, which was the first place I think I ever saw silver foxes, and they were super curious. Both times I went to this place, they were super curious about my camera, which was really fun. They have a very simple enclosure over here. This entire zoo is quite simple and got this homemade feel to it, but I think the enclosure size-wise it's fine, I guess. I think they've got like 2 foxes in here, if I'm not mistaken. At least I hope it's not more, because at that point it would get a little bit too tight, I think. A bit of odd decorations with the Buddha statue and stuff in there, but yeah, just a decent enclosure. They got some climbing, they got some hiding spaces, and there's also a little sheltered area in the back over here, which we can look through this little heart-shaped hole. Yeah, it's nothing special in there, just some shelter. And that's it for Faunapark Flakkee. So let's move on. This is Kasteelpark Born, which also has just a simple fence, some hot wire, and then there's actually 2 yards which are currently opened up. In this yard you can see there's a lot of kind of burrows, and the foxes seem to have been digging around quite a bit. The other yard has a little bit of a pond and some other hides and shelters in the back. What I was surprised by was that Faunapark Flakkee is the only zoo that has like a netted over enclosure. Probably has something to do with the size of it as well. But yeah, I thought it was interesting to point out. Anyway, next up we have the zoo of Osnabrück, where we have this bear enclosure. And why am I showing you this? We've already seen this in the bear video. Well, as it turns out, the silver foxes also have access to this bear enclosure. And at first I thought this was just a thing that they do, like when the bear is indoors, they might let the silver foxes out as a form of enrichment for both species. But I have actually seen pictures online of the silver foxes and the bears like eye to eye, like in the same enclosure. So it is actually a full-on mixed habitat over here. So that's super interesting. I had no idea a mix like that was possible. So yeah, really quite cool to see over there. And the silver foxes do also have their own separate area over here, and with a huge climbing structure for them to get up into if they so wish. It's really quite fun to see it. It's super lush and beautiful. Look at the rock walls all around. Yeah, it's really quite awesome. You can see more of that climbing structure for them, and also the fence in the back. You can see like the gate that connects the two habitats. As we move along here, we get to the other side of the enclosure as well. So let's just take one more pan around. You can see more of this enclosure in the bear video, of course. But yeah, that's Zoo Osnabrück. The next zoo we're going to look at is Pakawi Park, where the silver foxes are located, kind of across from the bears. And just like the bears in this zoo, the silver foxes do actually have quite a nice enclosure. It's spacious, it's green, it's lush, there's quite some interesting terrain changes, making the environment a lot more engaging for the animals as well. Yeah, not much to complain about this one. If only more of Pakawi was like this, we might have a lot less to complain about. Well, I mean, then there's the whole issue with the owner, but let's not get into that in this video. Let's move on to the last zoo of the video, which is the Zonnegloed, the animal sanctuary, which also has a little enclosure over here for the silver fox. We can see it over there in the back, stepping down its little log over there. They've got a whole bunch of hides hidden in all of these kind of rock piles, which are secured with cement or something by the looks of it. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting climbing opportunities for them, also for us actually, because it is a little staircase that brings us up over here, where we can have a nice overlook of the enclosure. And yeah, it's quite simple. It's simple in shape, and there's just a bunch of viewing edge all around, a small hot wire going along the top of this fence and wall and stuff. And yeah, also on the other side over here, some more viewing points. Also those smaller windows over there are quite cute. But yeah, not much else to say about this one. Let's just take one more peek through here. You can see that climbing frame in the back. And that is going to be it for the Zonnegloed, and that's going to conclude this video over here. Hope you enjoyed, hope you got some silver fox, or red fox I should say, inspiration. And when this video comes out, I should be back from my Germany trip, so expect some videos, or expect the future videos to include a whole bunch of new zoos that I've visited. Probably the next video is going to be the Chinese pangolin. Hopefully I've seen them at the Zoo of Leipzig, and it'll just be a one-off, one habitat video that'll give me the time and some breathing room to get back into the swing of making videos. So yeah, hope you look forward to that, and see you then.